I want to welcome you to the Engineer Your Success podcast. I am your host, Dr. James Bryant. I'm delighted to have you here with me today for the show. This week is Thanksgiving week, and I just really want to take the time to let you know how much I appreciate you for listening to the show, for the podcast downloads, the love that I get on LinkedIn and in social media. And I really am appreciative of everything that the community provides for me, and I'm going to continue to provide value to this community. So I really want to let you know that I am grateful for you. So what if I told you that there was something that you could do today that would absolutely change your life, that it would provide for you increased happiness and positivity, like a positive mood, more satisfaction with life? You're less likely to experience burnout. You'll have better physical health, better sleep, less fatigue, lower levels of inflammation, greater resiliency. This will also encourage you to have more patience, humility, and to walk and operate in wisdom. It sounds great, doesn't it? You may be thinking, so what is it, James? How much does it cost? Please tell me more. Well, I have a few updates to provide before we get into the heart of today's episode. So, making moves for the past 15 plus years, I've had the pleasure of working at the Transportation Research Board, which is part of the National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine, affectionately known as TRB. While working there, I've been helping to manage projects and programs and committees to implement transportation infrastructure research. I started at TRB in 2007 as part of the Sharp 2 renewal focus area, where I eventually was promoted to lead the renewal team. In 2013, I started my role as the maintenance and preservation engineer for TRB's technical activities division. That's the division that handles most of the program and the committees for the TRB annual meeting. And last year, I was promoted to the lead staff for the Transportation Infrastructure Group. Listen, working for TRB has allowed me to work with individuals from every corner of the world on innovative research projects to address maintenance related transportation challenges. I have absolutely enjoyed my time at TRB. But, entrepreneurship was always on the list of things to pursue. And I would always say that it's not the right time. Some of the other reasons that I've included in the past, I need to finish my PhD, then I have to get my PE. Then it was, we're going to have kids, or the kids are too young, or I need to pay for X, Y, and Z. And I've continued to find reasons not to really pursue my dream. In 2018, I dipped my toe into the entrepreneurial waters when I started my coaching practice, and I have been successfully helping clients to transform their lives from the inside out ever since. Last year in 2021, I launched this podcast, the Engineer Your Success podcast with Dr. James Bryant. And we're actually one of the top 10% most listened to podcasts globally. I've worked mornings, evenings, and weekends partnering with clients while excelling in my day job role and being present with my family, a loving husband and a father. And, really, I want to help, or I do help my clients build exactly what I've built for myself, a life where I'm winning at work and at home. So I'm really taking this time to give thanks to TRB because I'm expanding my services to offer executive coaching, consulting, and training, all designed to help you win at work and at home. And as my good friend Jerome Myers would say, that on November 1st, I took the red pill and I exited the matrix. And I have both of my feet firmly planted on the entrepreneurial side of the gate. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity to really spend more time doing exactly what it is that I love to do. And that is to serve you. I really did enjoy my time at TRB. It was wonderful, but I'm really looking forward to this next stage, this next phase of life of being expanding into full-time entrepreneurship. Okay, I have a special invitation and opportunity for you to come build your vision. The last few sessions of the Success On Ramp were focused on building vision. So I just created the Build Your Vision workbook that will be part of a soon released training course. You can use the link in the show notes to grab your workbook now. And people that grab the workbook before December 1st will receive a special discount on the course as a thank you for downloading the workbook and building your vision. There's no need to be frustrated by not knowing the direction that you're going. Take some time to build your vision now. So let's get back to this episode. Did you figure out the thing that you can do that will provide for you increased happiness, a more positive mood, more satisfaction in life, less likely to experience burnout, better physical health, better sleep, less fatigue, lower levels of inflammation, greater resiliency, and the thing that encourages you to develop patience, humility, and wisdom? This is the thing that you can do that will get you all of that. You can practice gratitude. So cultivating a practice of gratitude can be done with very little time. It is, no costly devices, no equipment. This will literally have an almost infinite return for your investment. So what does practicing gratitude have to do with helping me as an engineer, a leader, or a business owner? Remember that you are a person first, regardless of the role that you play in your career or your company. And I always like to say that engineers are people too. I did an episode on this last year, and one of those quotes is gratitude is important because it lets us see the value in our experiences. We can see and extract that value. Between your jam-packed schedule, caring for others, and the never-ending to-do list, we tend to forget the time to just take a breather. We forget to create a time to be present in this moment. So when I think about gratitude, gratitude is a strong and deeply rooted emotion of appreciation. And it originates from the days of our survival when it depended on helping each other. The positive feeling of gratitude can inspire us to show appreciation, which will in turn make others more likely to help us again in the future. And this is perhaps why today we feel most grateful when we give or receive an act of kindness. So, according to psychology research, gratitude is a social emotion that signals our recognition of the things that others have done for us. A more detailed definition provided by the Harvard Medical School, it states that gratitude is a thankful appreciation for what an individual receives, whether tangible or intangible. With gratitude, people acknowledge the goodness in their lives. And as a result, gratitude also helps people connect to something that is larger than themselves. As individuals, whether to other people, to nature, or to God. So if it's been a while since you have taken the time to evaluate and celebrate what is good in your life, here's a simple way to start. So I want you to think of 3 things that have gone well for you this week. Let's take this week. So take a minute and think about 3 things that you're grateful for. You may have to hit pause on the podcast, or, if you need some time to reflect, but go and reflect. Gratitude really involves humble recognition that we're interdependent and we need each other. One of the best ways for us to teach gratitude is to apply it in our life. Go buy a person a cup of coffee, right? Send someone in your team a handwritten note, not just a email, but a handwritten note. You can write a positive review on Apple Podcasts for the Engineer Your Success podcast. I know I'd be grateful for that. You can let someone go in the front of the line for you. You can pay for someone's groceries. You can leave a gas gift card. at the gas pump. You can return the shopping cart for someone at the grocery store. There are lots of things that you can do because, gratitude enhances our cognitive functioning and our decision making. In fact, feeling grateful enhances the functioning regions of the brain that govern social bonds and our ability to read and connect with others. So, gratitude has a broadening effect on how we think and how we look at the world. And you know what? The neural pathways kind of line up when we socialize and experience pleasure. Those are activated when we're feeling grateful. So these regions regulate the heart, are associated with stress relief, pain reductions. Feelings of gratitude create a more relaxed body state, thus also reduces stress. So gratitude is going to help you grow and expand. It's going to help you bring laughter, and it's really going to help you to bring joy in your life. So this is absolutely one of my favorite times of the year. I typically love fall, when you're able to come outside, you breathe in the nice fresh fall air. The humidity has been going down, the leaves are changing colors. I mean, for me, it's like the perfect time of year to go for a hike, spend some time with the family, but it brings so many different emotions. And there's so many things that I am grateful for this time of year. It's holiday season. We have Thanksgiving is this week. Christmas is going to be next month here in the United States. It's just a great time of year. And so one of the things that I think about is if you are having difficulty expressing gratitude, just take time and be present in the moment, right? Can you think back when you were growing up? Maybe it's something that you've seen or a smell. Because one of the things they say that when you're present in the moment, it really gives you the ability to be grateful with all of your senses, with what you see, with what you touch, with what you taste, with what you smell, and what you hear. Is there a song that when you were growing up, when you hear it, you become grateful because you have fond memories about that period of life? Is there a certain smell? Is it a baking apple pie or something that your mom or your aunt used to cook that when you intake that smell, it emotes feelings of gratitude from bringing back that memory? The same with if you're tasting something or if you're touching something or seeing something. Take time to be present in this moment, particularly, we think about Thanksgiving, we think about family and friends, people are coming together. It's a great time for people to reconnect and get reacquainted. It's also a time where we may have some family squabbles or some arguments may come up. But before you get into that argument, before you judge whomever else is there with you at Thanksgiving dinner for their actions, but you judge yourself by your intentions, but you don't know what they intended. Before you do that, before you take that step, just spend some time to be grateful for what you have. Be grateful that your family and friends are around. Be grateful that you have people in your life. So, yes, this uh, podcast provides tools, tips, and techniques to help you succeed both in business and in life, to help you design a life where you can win at work and at home. And being grateful is one of the key success principle that you can have to employ in your life that will help you gain success and help you sustain success. So there are a couple things that you can do in terms of a gratefulness practice. There's a link in the show notes that is going to have a few resources that will help you build a practice of gratitude. But just think about this. Start journaling the things that you're grateful for. So when you hear something about journaling, you may think, oh my goodness, James wants me to get one of these books. I have to write 15 pages. No, I have to spend an hour and a half thinking and journaling. No, I challenge you to spend 5 minutes or less just thinking about and contemplating about what you're grateful for. Some people do gratitude journaling in the morning. Some people do it in the evening, kind of after the day. It's up to you. You can look at the day and this is what has happened and what you're grateful for, but you can also anticipate those things that you're going to be grateful for. You're grateful for waking up. You're grateful for being able to go for a run. You're grateful for having heat. Just really try to practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. As you practice gratitude, the things that have frustrated you, those things that you may not appreciate, you'll find that you'll appreciate them a little bit more. So that's one thing that you can do. I mentioned that you can write a handwritten note, or you can even drop a text message or an email. So let's say handwritten notes aren't your thing. Well, then I challenge you this week, not just on Thanksgiving, but maybe even before and after Thanksgiving, text a message to some of your friends or to some of your friends that you haven't talked to in a while, and try to remember something that you're grateful for, that what they said or what they provided or a role that they played in your life. I recently did a podcast episode with Randy Iwasaki, and he was talking about how he still keeps in contact with the great mentors that he has had in his life. And we're in the on the podcast, and you can see he's really emotional and connected to these individuals. Says I call them every year. I send them a card every year. And he does that. He invests that time into them because he's grateful for who they are. Whew. So spend some time being grateful. We have a couple more solo episodes that we're going to do to close out the year, a few more interviews, a few more solo episodes. We're really going to look to close the year out strong. More information about the course is going to be forthcoming. I look forward to connecting with you. And I'm going to end this podcast episode like I end every podcast episode. And that is this: many people know what to do. Fewer people know how to do it. And there is a select group of people that actually do it. Listen, it's my desire for you to be part of that select few. Have a great week. Have a great holiday and be grateful. Thanks.